Jalen talks all the time about, a lot of positive praise and big stats being rat poison and not to pay attention. Is that a message he shares, even though he's on the offensive side? Does he share that do you guys hear that from him as well?
I mean, everybody hears it, you know what I'm saying? If he's telling someone else that, I mean, that's just how it's supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? Because, it's all rap poison. We're not where we need to be, you know what I'm saying? All those stats sound good, but what's that do if you don't have a championship, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, stats do you good, but at the same time, it's not winning you anything.
Is that something new he's sort of brought to the locker room as an experienced guy?
I mean, you gotta love him, you know what I'm saying? Because what he brings to the table, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna listen to him, and if it's rap poison, this is really rap poison. We gotta like, you know what I'm saying? That's something you gotta really focus on. Like, don't get caught up in the moment. Don't get caught up in the hype just because you're doing something good right now. Everything can change, you know what I'm saying? Just how they talk about, our defense is blah blah blah, number 11 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's like you said. That's all rap poison. You know what I'm saying? Because as quickly you can be up, you can also fall at the same time. So we're going to keep our mentality going throughout the season, do what we're supposed to do.
To that point, though, I mean, he's a guy that never seems satisfied. I mean, are there certain times where you can, look at film and say, oh, I did a good job there, allow yourself to appreciate how you have played up to this point?
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, sometimes you can also give yourself a pat on the back. You know what I'm saying? But there's always things you got to work on going forward and stuff like that. So I mean, if that's how you feel, then that's what you need to do. Then improve in that area. I mean, you can give yourself a hand clap for a second, but then you got to get back to work.
Has the intensity ramped up already this week? Just because it's conference play, just because it's Texas Tech?
Of course, I mean, but it's expected like that. It's every week, we're gonna play a high intensity football, like an intense football. We're gonna have intense football practice every week. But I mean, just because it's our first conference game, it's gonna be really, really high this week, and that's something we're gonna focus on because we want to get out, you know what I'm saying, and do good in conference play. It's important to jump out in conference play and keep going.
Tre, you were a guy that was kind of nationally recognized as a defensive recruit. How much respect do you have for a guy that is known as being a 5-star receiver that comes in here and says, "Hey, I want to try and help this defense"?
As far as what are you talking about?
As far as Trajan, Alex had told us about him making the switch and everything.
I don't really know too much about that. That's not really for me. But I mean, I'm
but
sure.
Just in terms of if a guy's on offense and everybody kind of sees those guys as, I don't know, prima donna is not the right, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, but for that guy to want to try defense or give it a go, does that raise your respect level for a player?
I mean, it just raise your respect level for anybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to, do something. But I'm sure he's still a receiver. You know what I'm saying? It's just for a second right now. But I mean, just for him to go out there and do everything, that just shows you what type of player he is. He's really a dog in my eyes. But he's gonna play anywhere he wants to. He can do that. He's the type of person that can do that.
Did you see that from him immediately on special teams?
Yeah, of course. Like I said before, he can play anywhere he wants to. He can do it offense, defense, special teams. I mean, that's how you want your players. You know what I'm saying? To go and give it their all, no matter where they're at.
The Tech attack now, the offensive attack. How much difference is it with that what they're doing now than what they've seen in the past?
I mean, I feel like they're still, as far as you're talking about, like the offense wise.
Yeah.
I feel like they're still dynamic. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that they're doing differently. It's a lot of different looks that you're getting, but at the same time, they can still go out there and put 600 on you. So it doesn't look like it's much, but at the same time, the offense is still explosive as far as what I've seen.
Coach Riley at the press conference said that the special teams are getting close to breaking. Have you seen that and what you're doing, moving up into getting returns?
Of course, you know what I'm saying. It's just like this every week. It's just so close, you know what I'm saying. And you never know. You never know when that time can keep coming. You just got to keep giving your all. But I feel like special teams have been progressing every week instead of looking the same. So that's really going to help us going into conference play as well.
He came down with a big tackle inside the 20-yard line on kickoffs. You see the glimpse of the ability of him to play defense and be aggressive.
If it works out or whatever, does that give you a lot of respect for a guy?
Definitely, and I mean he's already a guy that's well respected throughout the team. Because he's a phenomenal player offensively, but just seeing him be able to come over to the defensive side and transition so fast and be willing to learn, adapt the new defense and all of that. It just makes you respect him that much more and speaks volumes to the type of player he is and the type of ability he has.
Do you kind of respect the fact, as a defensive guy in this league, when offense is kind of everything, that there's a guy willing to do that? I mean, to take that step and play defense when maybe that's not what everybody wants to do.
Yeah, and that's big. Just him, being a 5-star receiver, being such a highly recruited guy. You wouldn't think that's kind of like one of the last guys you would think to switch and make a transition to defense. But just him adopting that and him being so willing to learn and him picking up things so fast. Just speaks volumes to really the type of player he is and the ability he has.
So he's been pretty impressive to you so far.
Yeah, he's been playing fast. He's still trying to pick up the defense and learn things, of course, because he's very new to it. But he's playing fast, being aggressive, always around the ball.
Do offensive and defensive guys carry like a different level of aggression, or do you feel like you have to have more of it on defense since you're making tackles, or?
The aggression thing, I think that's more individual based, but I think definitely. Defensive, because the margin of error on defense is incredibly small versus offense. If you have a bad play, it goes from first down to second down to third down, second and long, third and long. Defense, you have a bad play, that's equivalent to an explosive touchdown or things of that sort. So the margin of error is incredibly small on defense. So you kind of have to play more edgy, play more aggressive and violent, to compensate for that.
Did you catch the UCLA game?
No, sir.
I scored 67 points the other day. I didn't know if you saw it after what you guys did against them. I didn't know if you.
Yeah, I seen the headlines. I think the message from that game. The game was only won in the fourth quarter. You have to finish everything. Because, a lot of people probably would have wrote that game off as a win at halftime because of the point discrepancy. But that's just a great message. You got to finish everything, and you can't give teams hope and let them stick around the game.
To the stretch. That's why I think it was good to get a bye week, so to clear things out off non-conference play. Getting straight into conference play this week, so it was good to get a little break off. But like you said, I'm out energy, man. Just ready to get things going and things rolling.
You mentioned that you're obviously having a phenomenal year to start, and now you get a guy like TJ Baxter coming into town, big tall receiver. How excited are you personally for that kind of matchup to start?
Man, I'm excited for that matchup and the competition to be even better. But I've been checking this guy since my sophomore year, 2017. So it's great to see this guy out there. He's a great guy. Tall, he can catch the ball, he can run. He's got the average receiver. So it's been great to see this guy line up in front of him again and give him the best what he got and shut down.
Is this the most fresh you felt after 4 weeks basically of the season?
Definitely so, especially with keeping up my body, stretching and running, keep my body up to par like that. So I can definitely say I feel good off this and ready to move forward.
Anything surprised you about what Jaden Davis has done?
Definitely no, man. I seen the potential when he first came in the summer. He was doing 707. I seen potential in the technique and the things he can do. Like, oh man, he can get an early jump this year. And I knew it was expected, but I ain't expecting him to come off like this, and especially the things feeding around him, via PFF and things like that. It's good to see a young guy come in early and feed all confidence like that. But Big 12 coming out, so it's a lot of things coming from me and.
They say he talks a lot. Jaden Davis. Who's the best smack talker in the league?
Jaden? Smack talker? I don't think Jaden's much of a smack talker, but he's more the quiet, laid-back guy. He's more to show on the field what he got. He's going to talk like that more with his technique and his ability, things like that. That's more he's going to show you off that.
What's the feeling like for you and Tre Brown? Obviously, it started at corner, but you have guys like Jaden and Jordan Parker behind you. You know they can come in and play just as well.
Definitely, man. That's helped tremendously. Like I said, with Jaden Davis, Tre Brown, and Jordan Parker, them guys, man, it takes a whole lot of weight off all shoulders because, well, when they lead like this and high tempo and tempo and things like that, it's good to get some more snaps off our chest like that and give us a breather for a drive or two. And it makes us play better, and just to have guys you can lean on and dependable and do their job and depend on them, it's going to take care of later down the stretch. So it's good to see them guys, man, just to move up in the charts and help us out because we all this together at the end of the day.
Is this as deep as you all felt you all been at the quarterback position since you've been at Oklahoma?
Definitely, man, because usually around this time we'll slide around the same depth, and as the season went on, things get to decreasing with injuries and the depth chart injuries and things like that. So I feel as deep and more closer than we have been in a lot of years. So it's all about us, man, just putting us together, man. And at the end of the day, we got to play with each other out there.
You said you started fast last year, fell off a bit. How do you make sure that doesn't happen again this year?
Make sure I always stay locked in, man, and keeping up the power of my body, and make sure I don't get to that mental state of mind of just another play, but living every play like it's my last play. So definitely living up to that potential, man. In the day, it's contract year for me, so I'm taking every snap like it's my last snap. That's all.